Podcast.
Take a hard one to the face. Hey, I didn't swear.
No, you didn't, and that's perfectly fine. But okay, so anyway, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Of course, you got the B&B, and we have two special guests here. We have Shaquin and Alan.
Kinda a little worried about Alan being here, but...
Yeah. Well, Shaquin just curses, but he doesn't really get too disturbing. But Alan, he says some pretty F stuff sometimes, man. I swear. But... Okay, well...
You ever have the Communist Manifesto read to you?
Sarah.
Because that's pretty much what Alan does. Alright, guys. So, I have a couple topics for us to talk about today. We have a serious one that I'm hoping provokes some conversation out of us.
Enemy down.
And I have another one that is less about serious news, and it's gaming news. Basically, my goal is to have a world news thing and then a gaming news thing, and this gaming news thing is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty funny. So, I'm gonna let you guys choose. Which one do you want to talk about first?
I'm gonna go with the reverse of option 2.
What? Stand by, Brett broke Ben's brain. Okay, so, what?
I'm gonna go with the reverse of option 2.
So the first thought-provoking one is your answer, right?
Only in the anti-universe.
Okay, Brett, you guys have to unanimously vote on one. You guys have to choose what one. Okay, well, Shaquin left. He might be back. But, alright, you guys have to vote which one. Which one?
Actually gonna go with option 2.
Option 2, so the funny gaming-related one first.
Yes.
Sarah down.
Alright. Let me find a good place to sit here real quick. Alright. So this is a headline that my friend so nicely, I hope she doesn't mind me using her name. She just so nicely let me use her phone to look this up during 4th block in school today.
Yeah.
And the news is... an article on PCGamer.com was written by a guy named Andy Chalk, and the headline read, "Twitch is handing out deodorant at PAX East." What are your thoughts on that?
Why?
Well, you know, I mean, I didn't think you'd be asking why. I mean, a lot of sweaty fat nerds gathering at a convention center. It gets pretty warm and BO.
Yeah. Christ.
Okay,
The
we're
moment
bleeping
after I said
out.
why, I got it. Jeez.
Okay, well, you said why, and I was proceeding to explain. But yeah,
That was
so...
the reason why I was interrupting you.
So...
I know I don't normally have one of those,
with each of these arguments, or each of these articles, why did I say arguments? Each of these articles, I have a little section that I like to call deets. D-E-E-T-S, deets. Alright?
in details.
And basically, I'm just gonna give you the deets on this, alright? So, basically, some deets on this, right, is... and this article came out April 22nd. I try to find articles that are, like, recent. So, this article came out April 22nd, and, apparently we found out that Old Spice is sponsoring a Twitch event called Partner Meet and Greet Zone at the PAX event. I'm guessing that's like a little event that they're doing where like the quote-unquote famous Twitchers or the Twitch partners are gonna have a meet and greet with their fans. I'm guessing that's what that's gonna be. And they're handing them out there because in that scenario, all of the convention goers are in close proximity with some of the Twitch people, and I'm guessing some of the Twitch people at some point complained about BO, and so then Twitch was like, okay, we're going to get you guys taken care of, and they got a sponsorship from Old Spice. Now, I don't have the picture on me. Maybe in post, I'll go back and find a little picture of it and have it up on the screen for a few seconds. But it was a, yeah, it was a, I found a picture, right? And it was of one of the sticks of deodorant. And it's this little teeny tiny, like, the size of an index card stick of deodorant that they're just gonna give people to put on.
It's just... No. They should have gone with spray deodorant where the where the Twitch people could just determine who is the most offensive part. Because everyone here knows that those people, those fat sweaty nods, they're gonna take them and they're gonna treasure them forever. They're not gonna use them, they're not gonna wear them, they're just gonna have them as keepsakes. Be like, can you sign it? No, they're not gonna use them.
Yeah, but okay, another little piece of deets is that Twitch also has confirmed that they do have enough. They bought enough deodorant and deodorant sticks to last them all 3 days of PAX East.
No.
Yes, they ordered enough to last them all 3 days of PAX East. Even the author of the article, Andy Chalk, makes a comment at the end of the article saying, "I can't even imagine how much deodorant that is."
I can't even fathom how much that cost them.
Exactly, and it kind of makes you think, like, where does Twitch have the money to get a sponsorship, to get a discount for that much deodorant? Like, how many connections does Twitch and Old Spice have together?
Okay. So... I'm going to assume they're gonna have a method of making sure that each person only gets one.
Of course.
But still, that is... I can't even imagine that many people.
Something that I kind of thought of is... Okay, let's take into account that half of these people are probably tourists, right? Probably over half of these people are tourists. What is stopping them from using the shower every day in their hotel rooms?
Because what are they gonna do immediately upon hitting up that hotel room? They're going to unpack their game station or PC or whatever they brought with them for gaming. They're going to turn it on and they're going to start gaming. Either that.
Well, no,
I
don't mean the day that they get to the event. I mean, like, you know, what's stopping you? You know, let's say you're planning on staying for 2 days, because normally that's how people work. They usually stay for more than 1 day. And, you know, if you're gonna stay for more than 1 day, you know, let's just say you get there the first day, okay, you might stink a little bit the first day. What's stopping you from the next morning getting a shower before you leave? Like, I just don't understand.
EKIA.
Well, because a lot of people don't function like that. They'll just... Nah, I don't need a shower. They get so used to their own funk, they can't actually smell it. And
man, I bet I-Has Cupquake will fall in love with me if she smells all of my sweaty BO.
Target down.
I bet she'll fall in love with me if I smell like Linenberger cheese.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, you know, it kind of makes you question people a little bit. And the last little tidbit of information that I have on this subject is, on Twitter. Do you know who Cliff Blazinski is? He's better known as Cliffy B.
I have no idea who that is.
He was one of the... Now, I wouldn't expect you to really know, because I think before this, didn't you say you had a PS3?
I did have a PS3 for the
Okay,
longest
well,
time, yeah.
the reason why is because he was one of the lead developers behind Gears of War for a while, and then he left, and Gears of War was an Xbox-only title, so that's probably why you don't know him. But he left, and now he's part of some different company that's going to be helping hosting the Twitch event. The Twitch events and festivities and whatnot. And I'm going to read his tweet about this subject, word for word, as Mr. Andy Chalk had it on his article. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry, I just had to get a quick three-piece. I say that so casually because they're bots, but anyway. Cliffy B tweeted on Twitter, hashtag Pags East hero we needed spotted at Twitch, and then they put at Twitch, like, so Twitch is roped into that. So they're basically calling Twitch a hero for giving all of the sweaty nerds deodorant. Which is, he's basically calling Twitch a hero, which is funny. Saw that this was a funny little article, you know. I was looking for gaming news, and there was another one about a company canceling development on an MMO, codenamed Titan, but I couldn't find any information on what Titan was, so I didn't use the article because I didn't know what Titan was. I might look into that and maybe make it a future podcast topic. Shaquin left. I don't know if he's coming back. Alan hasn't talked yet. I don't even know if he's sharing his voice.
Might as well just slash it here, like... Now, we thought it was going to be plus them. Turns out it's not. I could have sworn Shaquin got a call just before you left, so...
Yeah, I don't know, maybe
That's something he does a lot. He abandoned us. Oh well, we don't need him.
So, I'm also trying to think of other things. Now, obviously, I only have 2 topics lined up, but they're like the main, like, points.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of maybe something else that we could talk about, too.
Yeah, I thought with maybe the extra people, we could stretch those topics out a little bit further. Because, you know, more people, more opinions. More entertainment. Let's see.
You know what's a game that I think looks really good? I just
figured out something.
What?
What's a game that looks really good?
No, you go first. Go ahead.
I just realized that I'm the leader of the party.
You are the leader of the party, my good sir.
Should I? Oh, Alan. I hear Alan. Well,
do you really?
A little bit of movement on Alan. No. Oh.
Oh, so his parents are in the background talking. That's why he's not talking. No. Okay, well, we understand. You can join in at any time, buddy. So, I always thought that one game that looked really cool, and if I ever get my gaming PC, a game that I think would look really cool to play was, you ever heard of Killing Floor?
Wait a second, isn't that a zombie type game?
Yeah, it's like a horde zombie game, basically.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen a couple of YouTubers play it, mainly Jacksepticeye and Sky the Kid RS.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean...
I've seen PewDiePie play it once or twice too, but I don't really watch him anymore.
Yeah, but I think that looks like an amazing game.
Yeah,
it seems like it's Call of Duty Zombies on steroids, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Last time I played Call of Duty Zombies was Black Ops 2. That was with Shaquin. I never really got that far.
Oh my god. Okay then.
So
Alright.
let's see.
Alright, so this kind of grants a little bit more thought, right? What?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna have to find somewhere to go
Enforcer down.
to read this off to you because I have a long description. Oh, excuse me. I have a long description of this article because it's kind of complicated.
Complicated?
Complicated, yes. Okay, so this article is... I'm gonna look around and just hit fire anyone that comes around a corner. Anyway, so... Because I can't have my other hand to aim. So, this article is weird because I can hear them running around me. Okay, anyway. An article from the New York... This is really distracting. Okay, I'm just not gonna care about my current life, and I'm just gonna... Alright. So, there's an article from the New York Times, and this was actually given to me by my teacher as an assignment, which I still haven't completed yet, admittedly. It's a homework assignment that's due Thursday, so... Anyway. So a New York Times article was written on April 20th by Somini Sengupta, I'm guessing is how you say his name, and the
You just
headline...
murdered that guy's name. You know it.
Shh. Okay. So, the headline reads, Leader of Syria Rescue Group arriving in U.S. for award is refused entry. Now, the group...
Yeah.
So, the group...
That's the U.S. government, all right.
The group is called the White Helmets, and they are called that because they basically help bomb victims. So, like, they go in and they pull bodies from the rubble, and they help survivors.
That's cool.
And the leader's name is a Mr. Raed? Raed? R-A-E-D is his first name. Saleh. S-A-L-E-H.
Cool, you just murdered somebody else's name.
And he was invited to a ceremonial, like, executive dinner where he was supposed to receive an award for his heroic, you know, work. And but when he got to the Dulles International Airport on the 18th, so last Monday, the government basically told him screw off, and his visa was canceled. And so he was rejected of entering the United States any further and was flown back to Istanbul. So he got to America on his flight, and then they said, nope, can't be here, and flew him back to Istanbul.
But why, though?
Now, that reason is actually unclear, and I can explain in the deets if you want. One deet that I have here that, is correct is, the Department of Homeland Security and other agencies involving, like, terrorism were very unclear, gave very unclear and dodgy answers when asked about whether or not if he was a terrorist. Which is weird because, well, no, because the U.S. government, my way of thinking, right, is if I were the U.S. government, if he was a terrorist and we successfully reflected him off, we'd be like, hey, look, our security is so great, we stopped this terrorist from entering our country. And then they would have arrested him instead of just sending him back to Istanbul. But...
Right.
And if he wasn't a terrorist, then they would have just, you know, done the traditional airport-y things and send him on his way. But they didn't do either of those, so it's a really confusing situation.
So, in other words, we invited him to get an award, turned him away when he got there, when he got here, and when asked about it, Homeland Security was like, he might be a terrorist, but
no, they didn't even say he might be a terrorist. They just were like, yeah, we have no conclusive answer for you. That is classified information.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, great job. Glad to see what kind of state our country is in.
Exactly. So...
The perfect case of one hand doesn't know what the other one is doing.
And if anyone asks, no, I do not script these, but I do have a piece of paper here with, like, points that I want to bring up and stuff written down, so I don't forget them.
And also, he couldn't possibly script this because you would follow a script? Really?
Yeah, no, the only thing that's scripted is my series that I'm planning on coming out. There's, like, nothing else on my channel is, like, ever scripted.
And I'm not even part of it, which is more proof that I won't follow scripts.
Yeah. But, so...
Also, I'm like, because I don't have
So,
the game.
as I said, he was coming to accept an award, and it was by this company called Interaction. And this company, Interaction, while they were at the dinner, they heard about the incident, and that Saeed wasn't coming. So, they went ahead with the dinner anyway, because we took all this time to put this together. I mean, our guest of honor didn't show, but... Yeah, might as well still eat it. And after their dinner, and, like, during the dinner ceremony, Interaction, they all put on... The entire staff that was there at the dinner put on these white helmets and took a picture and then put it on Twitter, basically saying "F you, U.S. government, we want this guy here," kind of like, you know, it's just a tribute to him, you know, because they like put on the white helmets. And as far as my knowledge goes, I didn't read this anywhere in the article, so don't quote me on this. As far as my knowledge goes, New York Times had an interview with him, and then they just he just went right back to work, I think.
All right, good on him.
Yeah.
No. Here's why it's really going on. So the government suspects this organization of terrorist activities. So anyone they want in the country can't be here. But they can't let on that they think this company is terrorist affiliate.
You know what would really be funny?
What?
If the entire reason why he was deported was just like a dude, like you know how like kids on test questions, it would say like which one of these does not belong in all caps, but some people still forgot to include the does not. What if like some like guy at like Homeland Security, right, or like the passport business, whatever that place is called, and he works for the U.S. government, and he receives a memo about this dude coming to our country, and he's pretty important. And on the memo it says, "is not a terrorist." But he reads it and is like, "This guy's a terrorist? Why are they inviting him?" And then denies his visa, like cancels it, and is like, "Woo! The boys in the office will claim me a hero over this one at lunch."
Now he's getting ripped a new one while everyone is covering up for his mistake.
Pretty much. That'd be pretty funny.
No, you know what would be even funnier? Is if I'm actually dead on the money. Like, all of a sudden, like, I was absolutely right, and the moment it goes up, it gets shut down, and people bust in through my front door, like, it was a guess, I swear!
What government flash drive in my computer? Stop trying to frame me!
Hey, no, don't you put those guns in my closet.
Stop planting shotgun shells in my car. Is that a prop pipe bomb? Don't put that in on my desk. Okay, seriously guys, you brought an ISIS flag?
I don't even know what the ISIS flag looks like.
Oh. And I didn't even tell you all the deets. There's still 2 more deets. One,
no.
Okay, you tell me about this, right? How funny is this? An expert on Syria at the University of Oklahoma at Norman, his name is Mr. Joshua Landis, and he said himself that Mr. Sahel, his denial of entry into the United States is a, quote, scandal, like a scandal, quote, a scandal.
Yeah.
Like he said that it was a scandal. And
Cool.
This is some professional who is like, who I'm guessing has some sort of degree on like Syria. I don't even know what that means, a degree in Syrianism, but What even was that?
Did your position just explode or something? Or...
No! I'm playing COD. And, wow, I'm definitely highlighting this. I'm gonna go in slow-mo and everything. I must have got, I'm gonna guess right now, before editing it and actually seeing the answer, I'm gonna guess that I just got an 8-man feed.
Oh.
With a Weevil. Their entire team was just cluster F in the middle of the map. And... I just wrecked them all, dude. Okay, anyway. Back on topic. I don't know how you get a degree in Syrianism, or the Syrian, like, PhD in Syrian relations, but he said that it was a scandal.
So a scandal, huh?
Yeah. And then the other deet is that, the New York Times interviewed Saleh, and while they were talking about the incident, Saleh said, in any airport, the treatment we get as Syrians is different. And then he continued to say, the way they look at us, we are suspected. Now, they is referring to U.S. citizens, like in the airports. But, you know, and I think this street goes both ways. I think the Syrians have a right to be offended by the way that we treat them at airports and stuff. But I also think that the Syrians should play devil's advocate and see, like, we still don't have a solid formula on who's a terrorist and who's not. So...
It's like, hey, guys, you don't want us to treat you like this. Help us out. Help us figure out a method. Nah, you see, I would be great at it as an airport security guy because I can look at any general piece of human filth, and I mean that based off all humans. I can look at any general human filth and be like, okay, that could be a terrorist.
True.
I won't select any individual based on their race. Why would I do that? Terrorists come from within and out there.
Yeah.
We are not immune. We I don't know. It's like, for some reason, US citizens think that the only terrorists in the world come from everywhere but here.
Not entirely true. So,
it's really not.
Yeah, it's not. So, I have about like a minute and a half left in my match, which means we're running down here on time.
Really?
So, yeah. So, I'd like to take this time to just say thank you guys for the whole, like, I think this is not technically, I'm actually not trying to make this sound like satire. It's gonna kind of sound like sarcasm, but I'm actually not. I'm being kind of sincere. Thank you guys so much for the whole, like, 2 views on the last one. You know, I kind of hope that they pick up a little bit, though, because I actually really love making these. Like, honestly. I do. I like making these a lot.
I enjoy being part of them.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Brett...
Really, Shaquin doesn't.
Yeah, Brett enjoys being part of them. Shaquin was kind of out after the whole, like, oh, we can't curse thing, so... But yeah, so that's it, guys. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you all in the next activity. Bye-bye.